information that will help you on today.
Yep.
Turn it up and make it really loud, and let your friends know we're on and what we're all about.
Good morning. I want to say good morning to everybody and welcome to Wake Up St. Louis MeTooMusic Sunday morning show. I want to say good morning to Jesse. Boy, I almost said your middle name. That's hard not to do, Jesse. Good morning to Jesse Prather, who has already texted me to say we were late coming on. Good morning to Sean Kelly, Senior. We see you over there. Victor Jordan, he says, good morning, MeTooMusic Morning Show crew. Grady Grace Church representing Bishop Larry O. and First Lady Nina Jones. Have a blessed day. We can always count on Vic to be the first one on to give us that. Good morning to Micaiah Crozier. Did I say that right? Micaiah Crozier. C. Dion Woody. Good morning to you. See you. Who else we got? Who's speaking this morning? Let's see. YouTube. Lori Union. Good morning, family. My big sister, my older sister, Deborah Hicks. Good morning to you. Bridget Michelle Dukes, good morning, family. She says from Bridget Michelle and Demetrius, heading to Mount Beulah. She's representing Mount Beulah this morning. Dr. E.G. Shields. Oh, man, this is a beautiful day, y'all. We got a special guest in the studio with us on today. We're going to talk to him today. None other, let me see, how do I give him a good pastoral welcome? Let me think. Oh, yeah, she's representing Living the Word. Micaiah Crozier. I think I said it right. But also in the studio with us today, y'all, my friend, my brother, my pastor buddy, Pastor David Hawkins, representing Living the Word Church. Say something, yes. Pastor Hawkins.
Hello. So glad to be here.
Let me get his mic turned up. I see Alvin coming in late as usual. Anyway, we're going to get this kicked off, so we're not going to give him a chance to come here and say nothing stupid. Anyway, y'all stay tuned. We got a song coming up. This is You Are Holy by Tommy and Toby right here on Wake Up St. Louis MeTooMusic Sunday morning show. Stay tuned. Stay locked.
You are holy, righteous, a wonderful God, and I praise you, I bless you, give your name praise.
Holy, righteous, wonderful God, and I praise you, bless you, give your name praise. You are holy. You are holy.
Good morning, Pastor Tina Grimes, also Pastor Mark Grimes, representing Faith Works Fellowship Ministries. Miss Penny Brown, representing the Faith House. Pastor Willie D. Brown, O'Fallon, Illinois.
Give your name. You are holy, righteous, a wonderful God. I praise you.
Stephanie Thomas, good morning. KML 523 on the YouTube side. Good morning. Living the Word Church representing.
A wonderful God, and I praise you, bless you, I give your name, Lord. You are holy. You are holy. You are holy, and I praise you, bless you, give your name. God.
And I praise you, bless you, give your name the praise.
Oh, yeah, that is Toby and Tommy. I was going to say all the way from Kansas City. With You Are Holy, they're in Arizona now. But Toby and Tommy of the, who do they sing back?
Donald Lawrence.
Donald Lawrence. Yeah, right here on Wake Up St. Louis. Man, we got a lot of people representing Living the Word. I'm trying to keep up on both sides. I'm looking like this.
Tell them who wrote it, too.
I see. I wasn't even there.
Testing 1, 2.
I wasn't going to even say anything.
Can y'all hear me? That's what's important.
We can hear you very well.
Great.
You don't hear yourself?
I don't hear myself.
Tell them who wrote the song.
You don't hear anything at all?
I don't hear myself.
Well, grab some other headphones.
You got more volume over there?
You got your volume all the way up on your...
Yeah, it's all the way up.
But do you hear something a little bit? Do you hear me?
Barely.
Try those.
Yeah, just change headphones. There you go. Aren't you a musician? Shouldn't you know this kind of stuff? Wow. Okay, so messed up my whole. I'm giving a whole. Can you hear me?
I know, right?
How about get here before the show starts so we can do a sound check?
Yeah.
Okay. What's important
Sounds good.
Can y'all hear me again?
Anyway, man, good morning to my cousin Carolyn Hall, all the way from Zachary, Louisiana. She says, good morning. May God continue to bless our ministry. Somebody says, Merry Christmas, Alvin. Good morning to Darius Kirk. Good morning, Craig Towns. He said he's representing Liberty Community Worship Center on this morning. Miss Felicia Cross, good morning to you. Erna Berna French, great morning to you. She said she's headed to YouTube. She said it on the Facebook side. Hey, we spent the day with Erna yesterday. Me, Rob, and Scooter. And I think every singer out there owes it to themselves to just inbox or call Erna and ask her, can she just sit down and spend some time with you and just listen to her.
Right.
That's all I say. Just listen. All you young singers and everything out there, just listen to her. Just see what she has to say. I promise you, you will learn more than you probably want. From Erna Berna French. Deron Watson, good morning. Man, there's a lot of people on here today.
Oh, yeah.
Jessica Land, good morning to you. We see you on the YouTube side.
Jessica Land.
Y'all see Pastor Hawkins trying not to comment and say anything. The crazy thing is,
Texting all his members, get on right now.
the crazy thing is the camera is showing him on the YouTube side. So
really.
Everybody sees he's here. He's doing this camera from the mic laughing. Oh, man. That's funny. Hey, we're gonna try to skate through this early part of this show so we can get to this. I want to talk to Pastor Hawkins on this morning. So y'all stay tuned, stay locked. MeTooMusic, Wake Up St. Louis morning show is 7:40 a.m. right here in St. Louis.
My mic is on.
Yes, it's on. Anyway, stay tuned, stay locked.
Wake Up St. Louis, MeTooMusic Morning Show.
Hi, this is Pastor David Hawkins of Living the Word Church. I want to invite you to what will be an enriching experience at Living the Word Church this Easter at the Gateway Convention Center in Collinsville, Illinois. Worship is at 10:30 a.m. Doors open at 10. The children will have an amazing time with their peers, and the adults will engage in worship with our praise team and our guest worship leader, Naomi Rain from Queens, New York, April the 1st, 2018. For more information, you can go to our website at www.livingtheword.net.
Wake Up St. Louis, it's your boy Jesse Prather, and you listening to the Wake Up St. Louis MeTooMusic Morning Show. Whoa!
It's Wake Up St. Louis.
You're the source of my strength. You touched my heart and you spoke.
MeTooMusic Morning Show at MeTooMusic.com. MeTooMusic.com.
It's time for the inspirational thought of the week.
Right here on Wake Up St. Louis MeTooMusic Morning Show.
The inspirational thought of the week is you're not going to master the rest of your life in one day. Just relax, master the day, then just keep doing that every day. Happy Sunday.
My Lord.
My Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, God.
Oh, yes. Alvin said, oh, yeah. Alvin, real quick, let's go. Repeat the inspirational thought of the day. Just even give me the concept.
All right. As I was looking at it on YouTube to get Pastor Hawkins members there, all I heard was Rob say, oh, yeah. And I did like folks in church do. Tell your neighbor, say yeah, after the pastor done said something, you weren't paying attention. So for all the folks out there, oh, yeah, that's all I remember, which is still kind of part of what was said.
I think you nailed it.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Oh, yeah.
Scooter, good morning.
Give me
Apostle
a
Pastor
round of
Bishop
applause.
Lisa Kelly Tate, good morning to you. Jesse Prather says new piano. Boy, you always hating. Anyway, we still moving along. And Erna and Rob and Scooter both, I want you to know, this show was programmed early this week. So we did not put this song in here. I didn't put this in based off of yesterday's conversation. So anyway, I Won't Let Go by the St. Louis Area Fellowship Choir. Right here on Wake Up St. Louis, MeTooMusic Sunday morning show. Yeah.
I'll keep trusting in the Lord, believing in His word.
Lady Yanni Black, good morning.
Standing on His promises.
I'm feeling mighty KIRL-ish today. I'm going to talk all over this song. Shout out to Uncle Columbus Gregory.
Moment.
Deacon Ernie Greenlee. What was it? 200 and what, Alvin?
208.
208 pounds of
Shout
shouting
and
joy. He
joy.
don't know what I know.
At the Metropolitan Baptist Church. He don't know nothing about that.
KIRL represent. Miss Ollie Booker. Lady Zella Jackson Price. She was also one of the big radio DJs at Curl. Jeffrey Fort, good morning, representing LTWC. That's Living the Word Church, for those of y'all who are not in the know like me, you know. Pastor Christopher Malone, we see you. Keisha Joseph, Christian Believers. I told you I'm feeling St. Louis-y. Not St. Louis, I'm reading. I'm feeling curlish today. But you know what was weird about those morning and afternoon shows with Uncle Columbus Gregory? He would fade it down and give you the funeral announcements for the day. That was so spooky to me. I don't need Erna's encouragement. I can encourage myself, like Donald Lawrence said.
You just low-key hated on Columbus Gregory.
I did not. I did not. That's Uncle
The pioneer.
No, I did not.
Radio in St. Louis.
All I said was a little
you.
spooky to hear the funeral announcements during the afternoon drive.
At least you know when the funeral
Columbus
was.
Gregory.
Now we don't know when funerals are.
14,
Yes, we do.
60.
Just check Erna's page. Erna lets us know.
Oh, yeah, she is singing it all. Your favorite funeral.
Right. You had tomorrow, Ernie.
Well, I'm stopping at Austin Lane and I'm going over to LB. Then when I get out of that, I got to go by Ronald for just 15 minutes. It's a wait over there.
You know they might get the shooting over there.
Y'all talking over one of the best songs that ever come out of St. Louis. Hold up. My God, Sister Shar Wells, good morning. Morgan, good morning. Oh, yeah. Y'all stay tuned. We got Pastor David Hawkins sitting right here in the studio with us. Oh, Deacon Watkins. Y'all remember Deacon Watkins? He was Deacon Ernie Greenlee's partner. Y'all don't remember that?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Erna says she does have a funeral on Thursday morning. Scooterville just joined us.
What's going on, man?
What's up, Scooter? Pick your
dude.
seat. What's up,
Let's
man? Scooter. Didn't even know Scooter was going to be here. Scooter skipping his first service this morning. Oh, the 10? Okay. Which seat you going to take? 4? Or whatever you said. I'll turn you on. We got Vernell Scooter Wallach just joining us in the house. Also in the house today, y'all know we got Pastor David Hawkins. But before we get to a real preacher, let's have our message from our fake preacher.
It's the scripture of the week. Right here on Wake Up St. Louis. Wake Up St. Louis.
That's a jacked up way set up scripture, man.
Come on now, fake preacher. Come on with your fake word. Come on.
Come on, Robinson.
Well, at least I'm saved. Anyway, Romans, first chapter and the 16th verse says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first and also the Greek. For therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith."
Oh, yeah. That is the scripture of the week this morning from the one and only, the elder. People don't even know this man is an ordained minister for real in real life.
Oh, really?
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't know that.
That's Robert Woody.
He said, that's
Robert Woody.
He said, that's Robert Woody.
Ernest said, read, Rob, here. Good morning to my sister, Crystal Chrissy Ransom, Darius J. Hicks, Christina Bell, Letitia White. Man, we got a lot of people. She says, Elder Tish, she's been sick with the flu, but much better. Yeah, we haven't heard from you in a little while, Elder Tish, so welcome back. Try 4, Scooter. Number 2 has been messing up a little bit here lately. You know, at the end of the day, we're still a black station. Still,
Lord.
You know, we don't get the... Anyway, so let me move on.
But all our keyboards are in
All
working
keyboards
order.
work here, though.
All keyboards are in working order.
Wait till today. I got 2 new road sounds, but we'll talk about that later. I got Pastor Hawkins here. I want to really talk to him.
The drums are immaculate too. That's okay.
Good morning, Pastor David Hawkins, my friend, y'all. All the way from Living the Word Church, located in Collinsville, Illinois. Right there, you can see it right off of 255, off to your right. Talk to us, Pastor Hawkins. Tell us something good about today.
Oh, man, today is a great day. Looking forward to a great week as we approach Easter celebration. So we're excited about that. Things tend to get a little tense during that time, but the celebration is worth it all, as well as the suffering going into it.
Absolutely.
Like that tie right there, Reverend?
Yes, sir. You've been sizing me up, I see here.
That's all right.
Man, why didn't he tell me? I'd have worn my suit today.
Oh, quit it now. I got to go to church.
Why I'd have worn my suit?
From the man who doesn't own a suit.
I own one. That's why I said I would have worn my
white.
suit.
He wore it to Mary's wedding.
No, that was a rental. I took that back.
He had them tic-tac shoes on. Like Pop Wayne.
All the groupers look like they were singing for...
Wasn't that 15 years ago?
Yeah, they all look like they sung on Kurt Franklin's Rebirth album.
Oh, I ain't turned Scooter off. My fault. Say good morning to the people, Scooter.
Good morning. How y'all doing out there?
Oh, we're doing good. Anyway, Pastor David Hawkins. Scooter said good morning. Pastor Hawkins, this
like
weekend, you have had a great weekend. Friday night, what was the title of the event on Friday?
Altered at the Altar.
Altered at the Altar. Tell us about it. What went on?
I'm telling you, it was, first of all, I'll give just let me kind of be really transparent about it. It was really the heartbeat of our worship leader, Corn Robinson, who kind of brought the idea to me. Just the functioning of our churches, we just believe that not one person has all of the components of the vision. And so we wrestled with it, prayed about it, and it was time. And so it was like, let's get it done. So Naomi Rain came in from Queens, New York, her and her MD, and it was just a phenomenal experience. Literally, we started at 7, and it was just almost like I was saying earlier, it was almost like an eternal moment because time just seemed to have stopped because of the glory that just descended in the house. And it was about worship. She prayed for folk, man. She gave words of prophecy for folk. It was some amazing deliverances that happened. It was truly we probably got her up about 7:45. So it was like we started at 7.
Wow.
She was up at 7.
She was right up.
She was right up. We were just, we went in with our worship team. So Living the Word Church praise team, worship team, y'all did y'all thing. Band did their thing. And when we got ready to just go, it was just the platform was set. And she's a phenomenal voice. Like, I ain't hear from her. I did my research on her, but I didn't know about her until Corm introduced her to me, and I just trusted his vision. I said, let's go for it. I think it's something that this house needs. And so it's our first time doing something of this sort, and it was executed beautifully.
Yeah, she was just featured on on the new Todd Delaney album, the Your Great Name. I think that's the name of the album, Your Great Name. But the song that she wrote, what's her single that she's known for?
Pour Me Out.
And Todd Delaney covered that, and he brought her up and had her sing on that. She's really good. Still got people joining us from Living the Word. We got Miss Shalonda Calloway, Miss LaTanya Jones.
What's up,
Got a lot of people. For those of you all on the Facebook side, just know if you go to the YouTube side, type in Levi King or MeTooMusic, Leviking, Levi King, or MeTooMusic, METOO Music. You'll see that we're live, and you can watch Pastor Hawkins live. We have our live webcam feed up, and you can see us in the studio this morning. You can see this nice tie and handkerchief combo that he has going on, and y'all can see Rob's new jacket too. his new jacket and hat combo. Anyway,
which is quite trendy, by the way.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
That's super nice.
God bless you, young man, young man. Shout out to Corn Robinson.
Corn Robinson, that's right. He's on here. Cornelius Robinson Jr.
What's up, Corn? Good morning to you.
Yes.
Hey, Corn.
Miss Madeline Young.
We
Good
come
morning to you.
from the same place.
Kennelly Temple.
Kennelly Temple.
Church of God in Christ.
Well, the glory hit every Sunday
Yes, sir.
at 2 o'clock.
Bishop Archie Boy
Yes, sir.
is the pastor.
You could catch us at 9:30 p.m. on the broadcast live at Kennelly Temple Radio Choir.
Where the
I was
drummer
about to
would
say, I
never
know
let you
Jesus
use
is the
none of his
light. That's the wrong song.
cymbals. He wouldn't let you use the foot pedal. You know, the drummer there.
Highway to Heaven. That's what it was.
Yeah, but the drummer there wouldn't let you use none of his stuff. You know.
Somebody on YouTube say, "That's my pastor."
That might be true, but I wasn't a drummer back then, so you just played yourself.
Wow, Erna said Pastor Hawkins.
Woody as he took his foot pedal.
I wasn't a drummer back then.
Erna says Pastor Hawkins is making us look good this morning.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Irma.
Especially Alvin.
Erna, don't you got a funeral to sing right now?
What you gonna sing, Erna?
The road is rough. The going gets tough. Don't you sing while they prepping the body or something?
It was a funeral I was at, Irma. I think it was at Mount Sinai.
He said it. Let's give it to him. Let's give it to him.
I got to give it to you. She ripped the house in shreds. I wanted to just meet her and get an autograph. I really mean that. It was amazing. So thank you for your gift.
Yeah, Erna's gonna do that.
I'm not
thing
gonna
for
let
sure.
you slide.
Always does.
Pastor Hawkins.
He said Irma.
He said Irma. Yeah. We're not just gonna lie. We're not gonna act like you just didn't say that.
Irma Burmer.
You hear that, Erna?
Sean
I
Tate,
won't make that
Get
mistake
your hearts
again.
out, Erna.
take them hearts back. That's what you do. Take them back. She just said
Fill
he's looking good.
Fill the room
Everything.
up with them hearts, Erna.
I apologize.
So this morning at Living the Word, what's going on?
Well,
at what
this
time?
morning services begin at 9:15 a.m. and then 11:15 a.m. So we are doing a series called The Power of an Invite, and just what it means to be evangelistic as a people versus just simply having an evangelism, what we call minister. We all are called to be evangelists. So we're talking about come see. The woman at the well. We're going to have a good time kind of exposing some of the realities of her dilemma and what Jesus did, and just how we can kind of model what she did and learn a little bit about her. So we're looking forward to having a great time. And
Now, did I hear word on the street that Naomi Rain will be there today?
not today.
I was wrong?
Yeah, not today. Now, if she comes
Rob,
out
you
there,
lied.
Wow. This guy's on one. Should be there on Easter. Right? I pray for
she'll
this
be
brother
there
this
Easter.
morning.
April
Easter,
1st.
Yeah, be there Easter. Yeah.
What day you gonna be there, student?
Huh?
What day she gonna be there?
April 1st on Easter.
Okay.
April 1st.
What day is
Easter
that?
first.
That's the Sunday, the first
you
Sunday
thought
in
about
April.
it. Where'd you get
I
your
was
ticket?
listening. Unlike when he was giving his announcements, you weren't listening to nothing.
Oh, by the way, don't let Alvin suck you into that. Man.
Right.
You might have to ignore him.
Oh, man. Absolutely.
What was the quote for the day?
It was about
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm finna tell you.
Oh, yeah?
I'm finna tell you the quote. You wanna know the quote? It has something to do with the whole purpose of why you live it.
Come on now.
You think about that as you ponder.
Come on now.
He said, think about that as you ponder.
Yeah, you think about it. You take that with you, young man.
You think about that as you ponder.
Go and sin no more. All right.
That's a double directive.
Oh, man.
For the best in St. Louis area gospel, Wake Up St. Louis.
I'll never stop loving.
This is Corn Robinson Jr. featuring the one and only Pastor David Hawkins. Your Love Amazing, right here on Wake Up St. Louis, MeTooMusic Sunday morning show.
Jesus came from heaven just to show that he loved us.
Jesus came from heaven just to show
that he loved us.
that he loved us.
Jesus came.
Jesus came.
Good morning, Miss Jackie Williams. Thank you so much for your kind words about me by myself.
Just to show
that he loved us.
that he loved us.
No greater love.
No greater love can be shown.
No greater love.
No greater love can be ever known.
No greater love
No greater love can be given. Christ is risen, unforgiven.
No greater love.
No greater love can be shown.
No greater love can be ever known. No greater love can be given. My God, Christ is risen.
Unforgiven.
Amazing.
Your love amazing.
Come on, right there where you are. Just lift your hands and begin to worship Jesus in this place. Your love amazing, God. Your love amazing, yeah. There's no greater love that anybody could ever know that compares to your love. Your love amazing, God.
In a world that is filled with all kinds of
Here it is.
problems, from the political systems across various continents to what we deal with in
Listen to all these big words.
suburban cities of America. We are searching for an answer. I just believe the answer is in love. Yes, if we can get back to the God kind of love, the love that can give a broken person a second chance, that can make those who are cast away feel closer to God, the love that is patient and kind and restorative, that once we get there, great love.
Come on, right there where you are. Come on, just lift it up. Let all the ladies sing this part right here.
Reverend Juanita Willis, good morning. St. Clair County VBC, good morning. Miss Franklin, is it Shirlita or Shirley? Or Shirlite? Shirlita Frank, good morning to you also on the YouTube side.
Amazing, your love. Hey! Let it ring out in the atmosphere. Come on, sing it to the heavens. Your love amazing. There's no greater love than the love of the Lord. Hey!
I gotta cut this off.
Hold on.
We gotta get this conversation on.
Father, when he gets all the applause.
Father, when he gets up. Let me play that right quick. Y'all missed what Pastor Hawkins just said. Come on now, don't stop now.
No, okay, here's what I said.
Say it, Pastor.
Listen, there are moments in time where you just know that this is your window from God.
My Lord.
I knew that I was called to be on projects and CD projects in 2008 when an angel from heaven knocked on my door via text message. And I was asked to be a part of this wonderful project at BFAC at the time. On 8625 State Street. I'm telling you, when I hit the stage, I knew God was going to do something amazing. I just knew it.
Father, when I get all the applause.
You should have had that queued up with the thing that he did on
What's so crazy is I had it on here until this morning I came in and decided to cue this instead.
See, I
I get it. I really appreciated when people were willing to listen to me when I was going through the darkest moment of my life, and I was going through the crisis of my century, when I was struggling in life, and I had some people I could speak to. That was wonderful. But what I needed more than anything else was the presence of God. I needed to hear the voice of God. I get it. There's some smart people in the earth, but none can compare when you feel the presence of God. In fact, the chronicler tells us in 1 Chronicles 16 and 11, go, let's read that together, go to the Lord for help and worship him. The question again is already answered, even implied. Who have you been running to?
Go and ponder. That's what that should be. That's what that should be. Go and ponder.
Yeah. Don't tell him I'm going to ponder.
That is my friend and brother.
Well, think about that as you ponder.
Pastor David Hawkins. Now, Pastor Hawkins, I want to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
You're a young man. Well, you used to be really young when you were pastoring.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know, give us a brief backdrop. See, I can't use words big enough around Pastor Hawkins. I get tongue-tied.
You're doing good.
No, I get nervous around you.
No, you got to talk like him. What I want you to do is
go for
it. Elaborate on the things.
He would have never said chew, though. What I want you to do. Not Pastor David Hawkins. No.
And if you could explain a little about what it is that you're thinking as you ponder.
So we want to know. Let's tell the people about how you became a pastor. Give us the background. Give us the background on your father, the family, the church, all of the people don't even really, a lot of folk don't know your humble beginnings. The little church down right there off of Ball Avenue somewhere and all that. Come on, give us some background.
Real quickly, my father pastored in the metro St. Louis area. Namely, we did St. Louis, Missouri ministry, 4201 North Newstead, Pentecostal Power for about 20 years there.
Okay,
the red church with the white steps.
Yes,
right
sir.
there.
Exactly what you're talking about.
That's where my father pastored for around 20 years, and then maybe around 25. But he did pastoring for 42 years in the St. Louis area. We did a lot of ministry in Mississippi. We traveled a lot. He started a lot of churches, Pentecostal Power, branched out to Lebanon and various other places, and so we did a lot through that ministry, and then, you know, as God does, we parted ways, and so he came to we came back to East St. Louis, and we spent some time just really recalibrating, and God said build, and so we bought the whole block on Ball Avenue. We bought that whole block.
Really?
My father bought it.
Never knew that.
Yeah, it was all woods and all trees and woods. It looked like something out of the movie Predator. And so when my dad bought it, we was like, why you buy this? He said, God said build here, and this is what he said in 1984. He said, God said build here because he showed me buildings all around the building. And there's going to be development around the building. Wow. And we looked at him like of anybody talking out the side of their neck. Like, come on, Dad, we love you, but really? So he bought the land, and we bought this land, a whole block in East St. Louis, for those that know, we call it East Boogie, for $3,000. And so, we bought that whole block, and we started work, and Dad literally built this church. We built it from the family. The whole family built the church. We had a few contractors, like for roofing and stuff, but my dad was skilled in carpentry. He was skilled in masonry, and he was an architect, and he was basically an engineer of engineers. And so we built it from his retirement fund. It took us about $40,000 to build this building. That's because we did everything sweat equity. And I can remember in 1985 when we started, man, people was breaking in that church. It's a small building. It's only can get about 60 people in there, maybe 70 on a good day. And they were breaking in left and right. And so we started, and we just continued to just phase it in, build it up, phase it in. And I promise you, I love my dad, but I hated church. I couldn't stand church. I had my own church hurt, because people oftentimes talk about how members have church hurt, but pastors' children, oh my God.
Tell me about it.
We went through Hades, literally, as a family, trying to just simply be what God called us to be. We were targeted, we were slandered, and just a part of that whole, you know, unfortunate hazing you got to go through in the Christian faith. And sometimes people do it ignorantly, and sometimes people do it very knowingly. And so a lot of my older siblings kind of veered away from church because they took the brunt of it. I was a kid, and they took the brunt of it. And the church took our daddy. You know, it took our daddy, it took our mom away from us. And so we oftentimes had people we were feeding that we couldn't sometimes eat ourselves, but we were feeding people from the church. And so, well, as time went on, my dad started the church. I believed in him. I was a heathen. I did not I did not come to faith in Christ in my house. I couldn't stand Jesus Christ, and I couldn't stand church. I was actually flirting with Islam and actually started studying the Quran.
Wow.
And I had dabbled in some other stuff like some spiritualism and humanism stuff in college.
Wow.
Yeah, I was I was literally running because the church, quote unquote, had just sent me such a bad taste in my mouth. And I'm like, man, I don't want to be a part of this. And so God captivated me in my dorm room at Gillette Hall, Columbia, Missouri, at Mizzou, room 203. Is where I got saved. That was my tabernacle. And the Lord he just captivated me. It was like he took me there to capture me. And that's why I got saved in my dorm room. Not a preacher around.
So the whole time when you're going through this and you're rebelling, I guess.
Yeah.
Deep down, did you still? How do I ask this question? Did you still hear the voice of God? Did you still know better? Or were you just totally just turned away?
Oh, I knew better. And that's the crazy thing about it. So I gave God some challenges. Like I always talked to him. I just hated him, because of what we were going through as a family. In the name of God, we were doing all this stuff and we were seeing no reward, no harvest. And so it was painful. People don't realize that if you're going to be called of God, you got to suffer. And I didn't realize that's part of the formation that made me really become an advocate for the church. I had to really be on the outside looking in because I see how people get mad at church and I see how people can get mad at the Christian faith at times. So I always spoke to them though, so on college campus, I just felt the weight of the world and I was doing everything a sinner would do on campus that I could get away with. But I had my limits, us church boys, we have our limits because we have a conscience, right? Because we kind of walk so far to that line and then we say, nah, that ain't right, But God spoke to me one day. I asked him, I said, God, if you real, take this load. Man, I just felt like the weight of the world was on my shoulders. And I just said, take this load off of me. And it's so crazy, but I literally felt the weight that God had been holding away from me. I felt it, like I physically felt it as I was walking to my dorm room. And I said, God, if you let me get to this dorm room, I will serve you for the rest of my life. That's how heavy the burden was. And as soon as I touched the door, and I know it's so crazy, right? I touched the doorknob of my dorm room. I said, I'll serve you. And I just came in that room and I just started praising and worshiping God like it was something new to me. And there's a guy who's local who was really instrumental in my salvation. Like he really was. James Payne, Elder James Payne. He's right now, he and his wife do ministry together, and he oftentimes preaches for me. But he's really one of the reasons why I came to Christ, because he never gave up on me on the basketball court. And we would play basketball at in Mizzou, and I'm like, this cool dude. And then he said, yeah, I love Jesus. And I'm like, dude, I like you on the basketball court, but this Jesus stuff, you need to leave me alone. But I was a hungry kid in college. We didn't have much money. And so he would always take us out to eat dinner, like Kentucky Fried Chicken, man, in college. That's like premium. Right. And so I would go to church with him because I knew we was going to Kentucky Fried Chicken. But yeah, so it was just those steps. And then my father, so I got saved, and a radical transformation. I read the Bible probably 5 hours a day, wrote scripture down, like literally verbatim, just wrote it as I was reading it just to get it in my mind and memorize it. And so long story short, my dad began to just cultivate me, and I did not want pastoring. I want to let everybody know, everybody out there who watching, I did not want to do this. I never signed up for this. I went to school for business, marketing, and administration. I got my degree in that, and I was planning on being in the marketplace. I never in my life wanted to ever pastor. And one day I was talking to my dad real quickly, is that Wednesday night, I'll never forget it. I came from a Bible study and I said, Dad, what are we going to do about the church? Church was struggling. We were down about 20 members, 22 members. It was just struggling. And I was mad at my dad because he didn't seem to have the same urgency as I had. And I'm like, Dad, we got to do something about this. So we were not doing Bible study. We were just doing Sunday morning because we were depleted. My dad was tired, but he didn't know he was such a man. He wouldn't tell me he was tired. And so I remember coming home from a friend's Bible study, and I went in the room like I always do because he's my best friend. I said, Dad, what we going to do about the church? He said, David, I got a plan for the church. Just as clear as day. I said, I was so excited. I said, what's the plan? Because when my dad said he had a plan, it always came to pass. He says, I'm going to fill that church up. I said, all right, Dad, can we talk about it now? He says, let's talk about it in the morning. Well, morning time never came. He passed away that night.
No.
Yeah. And we had the church at BFAT, 8625. And that funeral was jam packed. So his vision came to pass. Wow. And it was a tough moment. It was difficult. It was a lot of spiritual things that happened in that season. Wow. And then I was ministering alongside him as a helper to him, never intending to take over the church. I was actually intending to leave. I was offered a lot of money to go elsewhere with jobs and stuff. I turned out a lot of money to come back to this area. And so they asked me, they said, would you be the minister or pastor of this church? It was 24 people there. I said, nah, I'll be your minister, though, because I want to keep my dad's legacy going. Mm-hmm. But as soon as I graduated, I'm out. I got an offer from IBM in Texas, and they were paying me some good money. I'm like, I'm rolling. I'm out of here. And so, long story short, 2 months from January, when we buried my father, January 15th, 1998, 2 months later, so that'll be January 5th, March, I just felt so convicted for 2 months. The Lord continued to just whip me, just spiritually chastise me. You know, you call burdens of the Lord just begin to just flow over me for this area. And I came to the church one day and I just said, y'all need to make an announcement. Now, I didn't cry 2 hours driving for a year and a half to preach, you know, to keep the church going from Columbia, Missouri. And so I went to the church this time. I'm excited. We ain't going to have normal service. I'm going to make this announcement and we're going to go have some food, send me back to school. And I made this announcement, and that day, 22 people, and I was 24 there, 22 people got up and walked out of church. Yep.
I was waiting on the... I was waiting on the everybody stand up and sing and hold hands and shout. And
not at all. They literally walked out of church and said, we just feel that you're not called to be our leader. And you're wet behind the ears. It was hard. It took some counseling for me to get over that. I mean, serious counseling, because I'm like, I'm not saying I'm coming to sell drugs. I'm coming to do the work of the Lord. Mm. And so we started with 2 members, and my first member was my mama. So it was me and my mama, and negative $500 in the bank account. Wow. We had no money. We had a building, but no money, and I had no idea about the operations of ministry. And so what I did, I went to school. I had a full ride to Mizzou academic scholarship, and I had
Of course you did.
Well, Lord. And so I went and asked I had some Pell Grant money that was still available that I had not used, and I said, well, to my advisor, well, how much of that can I get? And they said, well, you can get $3,000. So I took $3,000 and put $1,500 of it in the church, and so now we're down to $1,000 in the bank account. And that is how we began our ministry, literally, was from that. And for a year and a half, I commuted until I graduated from Columbia, Missouri. Every Sunday, I would wake up about 5 o'clock, get on the highway, head this way, pick up some members and who I wanted to come to church. And we tried to do church the best way we could. And it was a struggle.
So the crazy thing is, there are 2 things, 2 thoughts that I had while you were talking. One is, I think most people... A lot of people who come to church, or a lot of people who, what's the word I'm looking for? They kind of spectate. They spectate from Facebook. They spectate from social media, and they see pastors. And, of course, the first thing they think is that all pastors up there want the limelight. They want to be there. They want to do this. You know, there tends to be a negative light on the pastors. But to hear your story is crazy. Here it is. You ran from it. Fought it for so long, was doing what you were doing, probably, honestly, in the name of just your family, your father, maybe your mother, you know. And then the second thought that came to mind was thinking about the people maybe that you went to school with who saw you like, come on now, Hawkins, a pastor?
Yeah.
So some people probably look and still there's a negative light and they don't know what really happened. Speaking of, let me see. He said something different. That's Darius J. Hicks. He said Pastor Hawkins got delivered when he beat him in tennis in high school. I remember you playing tennis.
Oh, you do?
Back then. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Very few people remember that.
No, I follow only because Darius played.
That's right. That's I used to smash him, send him home crying all the time.
I will be talking about you, Darius Josephus Hicks.
Oh, as a matter of fact, okay, here we go. He says he's telling the truth because he was not saved in high school.
Yeah.
He said he was a heathen church boy like me. Oh, and you too. Okay. I wouldn't even read that. Gotcha.
So you want to tell your story?
No, not at all. Kevin Wiggins, good morning. But man, we're going to come back, y'all. That's Pastor David Hawkins.
That's awesome.
I'm one of your co-hosts, Levi 2 King.
Dr. Alvin Quinn.
Rob, like I said, Woody.
Sitting in with us, we got
Scooter.
Scooter. It's right here. Wake Up St. Louis. MeTooMusic Sunday morning show. Hey, y'all stay tuned. Stay locked. We'll be back right after this.
Wake Up St. Louis, MeTooMusic Morning Show. MeTooMusic presents 24 Hours of Prayer 2018 on Resurrection Weekend, Friday, March the 30th through Saturday, March 31st, 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. with Raytina and the GAB-FAC Praise Team, Kiana Bree Bledsoe, Friends in Worship, Monique Renee Fulks, Charnel Jones, Elder Greg Happy Guitar Haynes, Mark and Marquita Goins, Justin Shaw, Rodney Douglas, Corin Robertson Jr., Jesse Prather Jr., Lloyd Nix, Dre and Pam, Phase 2, Kai A. Panetta, Daryl Lester, Donald Douglas, Daphne Rice Bruce, Leon Richards, Levi 2 King, Sabrina Anderson, Angie G, Erna French, and Lady Melinda Baker. 24 hours of non-stop prayer and live music. Friday, 8 a.m. to Saturday, 8 a.m. Come pray for 3 minutes, 3 hours, or stay for the full 24 hours. Join us as we minister before the Lord and sing praises non-stop for 24 hours and pray for specific subjects. At MeTooMusic City, 1515 Jerome Lane, Cahokia, Illinois, 62206. Also streaming live at MeTooMusic.com.
That's MeTooMusic.com.
MeTooMusic, 24 hours of prayer. Please join us.
This is Elder Greg Happy Guitar Haynes. You're listening to Wake Up St. Louis, MeTooMusic Sunday morning.
It's the home of the independent artist.
Wake Up St. Louis, MeTooMusic Morning Show.
With your hosts, Don, Rob, Alvin, and Two. Right here at MeTooMusic.com.
MeTooMusic.com.
Wake up St. Louis, it's the MeTooMusic Morning Show.
It's time for news, information, and more right here on Wake Up St. Louis MeTooMusic Morning Show.
Man, it's hard to go into this because we're still talking off air about this testimony. So it's hard to get to this news. We're going to get back to this. Real quick, I'm going to get through these announcements. TNT Thursday Night Thunder with Pastor Michael Lampkin, Fresh Anointing Prosperity Ministries, every Thursday in March. Prayer begins at 7:16 p.m. Worship begins at 7:31 p.m. And we see Pastor Christopher Malone, who will be speaking. Also, he's one of we got a lot of people on here. Pastor Gerald Page, Pastor Devon Crusoe, a lot of folk on here. So you all be sure to stop by there. Also, the Big Musical Major Day, March 25th, 2018 at 5 p.m. hosted by highly favored with special guests from Abbeville, Alabama, Ruby and the Girls. It's all taking place at Greater Rising Star Missionary Baptist Church, 1819 Prairie Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri. There are a host of special guests, so y'all be sure to check that out. Also, Covenant Christian Church presents an evening of worship with Cornelius Beverly. Come out and join us in the evening of worship with psalmist Cornelius Beverly. His new single entitled Never Change will be available Saturday, March 24th, 2018 at 7 p.m. That's Covenant Church, 800 Bissell, Madison, Illinois, 62060. Pastor Johnson is the pastor over there. We just heard the announcement for MeTooMusic 24 Hours of Prayer 2018 taking place. Lady Yanni Black, I saw you ask the question. It's Friday, March the 30th through Saturday, March 31st. That's Resurrection Weekend, 8 a.m. Friday morning, going all the way to Saturday at 8 a.m. And some of everybody and their mamas is on this. Everybody is singing 1 hour. They have an hour set. So let me just give you a few of them. Raytina and GAB-FAC, Kiana Bree Bledsoe, Friends in Worship, Monique Renee Fulks, Charnel Jones, Elder Greg Happy Guitar Haynes, Mark and Marquita Goins, Justin Shaw, Rodney Douglas Jr., Corin Robinson Jr., Jesse Prather Jr., Lloyd Nix, Dre and Pam, Phase 2, Kai A. Panetta, Daryl Lester, Donald Douglas, Daphne Rice Bruce, Leon Richardson, yours truly, Sabrina Anderson, Angie G., Erna Berna French, and Lady Melinda Baker. It's all taking place right here in MeTooMusic City, 1515 Jerome Lane, Cahokia, Illinois. Come pray for 3 minutes, 3 hours, or stay the full 24 hours. And y'all come on. It'll also be streaming live for the full 24 hours. Holy Nation Christian Church. It says, join us for the Death to Life services, Good Friday, March 30th at 7 p.m., and also Resurrection Sunday, April 1st, 10:45 a.m. Holy Nation Christian Church, 1339 North 17th Street, Swansea, Illinois, 62226. That's Pastor Carey and Lady Angie Douglas up there. Who else is in March? Liberty Christian Church presents a night of worship. The house will be filled with special guest singers. Join the worship experience March 30th, 2018 at 7 p.m. Location 2753 East Broadway, Alton, Illinois, 62002. Pastor Jimmy Prather and First Lady Jerry Prather. Anything else in March? Yep. Man, Resurrection Weekend is going to be filled, so everybody in this area should be saved because there's something going on all weekend. Nobody should be sinning that weekend. You got Straight Out the Cannon.
I'm sorry, I got my headphones on.
Straight Out the Cannon presents When Singers Meet Gospel Concert. Powerful church choir, spirit-filled soloists, inspirational speakers. That's featuring speakers such as Pastor Kendall Granger, Pastor Michael Hubbard, Pastor Ray Page, I believe. I can't see it. Pastor Darius Miller. It's all taking place Saturday, March 31st. Doors open at 2 p.m. Concert start at 3 p.m. promptly at Catherine Dunham Auditorium, East St. Louis, Illinois. East St. Louis Senior High School, 4901 State Street, East St. Louis, Illinois, 62005. And that's it for March. We got some stuff coming up in February from, of course, Jesse Prather. You got Amos Isaac, something featuring Jeffrey LaValle, Pentecostal Celebration. You got the ML Ministries. So we'll be getting to all of that then. Don't forget also, this is the season, the resurrection season, so be sure to pick up The Way by Kai A. Panetta, the new single The Way from her not her debut album, but her sophomore album, Unshakable. You can get it at KaiPanetta.com. I am tripping this morning.
Dude.
KAIPINEDA. Just go to MeTooMusic.com/the source, and you'll see it right there. Man. Pastor Michael Lampkin says, wonderful story. Wow. That is a wonderful testimony. Pastor Lamont Walker in Columbia, Missouri, as a matter of fact, says, good morning to and fam. Happy Sunday and many blessings. Kevin Wiggins, awesome story, Pastor Hawkins. Oh, I see it. I'm up here reading it, but Pastor Hawkins is on it. I see he's responding, so I don't even have to read all of this.
Come on, man. I'm on it.
You own? Oh, wow. Okay, what else? Who else? Anybody on the YouTube side? Charwell said, what an amazing testimony. Rob Woody's joning. He said recalibrate. You must have said recalibrate somewhere. 'Cause I know when Rob is joning.
I wasn't joning. Pointing out the great words there.
Erna says, what a testimony. This is good. That's amazing. Y'all, it's 8:23 a.m. right now in the St. Louis, Missouri area, St. Louis Metropolitan, Metro East, all of that, all of the above. Current temperature right now is around 39 degrees. The high will be 56 degrees today around 3 p.m. Low will be 42 degrees. It'll be cloudy with 1% chance of rain. It was a little foggy when I got here this morning. What about you all? Yeah, a little foggy. Kind of light, though. Well, it was light on this side, but I couldn't see the arch. Well, I couldn't see the arch at all. I normally see the arch coming down 15 right at about the shrine. Could not see the St. Louis skyline at all. What about police and stuff? Are they out this weekend?
I didn't see any.
I didn't see any. It was too early.
Yeah, so speed and be blessed.
Speed and be blessed.
And ponder.
No, don't do that. Okay, so I got a couple things I want to talk about real quick. It is 8:24 a.m. We got a few minutes. I want to talk about a couple things. First of all, did anybody see the O.J. Simpson, The Lost Confession? The Lost Confession.
I did.
With the host. It was an interview. He was interviewed by Judith Reagan. This particular interview went on, it happened about 12 years ago, 2006. Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen it, it premiered on Fox last week. If you haven't seen it, that's all I got to say.
Yes, sir.
That's all I got to say. There's a moment in this interview where OJ trips. It's almost like he goes into a trance and he says some stuff. Yeah, anyway, check it out. I just wanted to know if you all saw it so we could. It's really nothing to talk about, for real. If you see it, it just makes you shake your head. Once again, I think we said last week, we were talking about what you say, man? We were talking about Black Panther, the movie, on last week. Every week, we said something about Black Panther. And remember I said I liked Black Panther. It was very good movie. But I believe that a lot of people treated it like they treated President Barack Obama. They voted for him. Black folk just jumped on board. Never knew any of his policies. Never knew anything just because he was black. Same thing with Black Panther. A lot of people went and saw it. You knew when you went to the show, when people got up and walked out as soon as the movie ended, these are folk who've never been to a Marvel movie a day in their lives because they don't know the next two movies are going to be set up in the credits. Well, I felt the same way about OJ. A lot of people, I remember it. 1995-ish, 96. When did the verdict come in? No, it was
the verdict was 95.
So I remember that. As a matter of fact, it was a Tuesday. I know why I remember because I had to go to choir rehearsal that night. We talked about it in choir rehearsal. But in 1995, I was 20 years old. So I was a young man. And I jumped on that whole the black man and the bandwagon and all of that. But then, man, 23 years later to watch this interview,
disappointing.
That's what I felt like. That's what I felt like. Okay, so that's O.J. Simpson, the Lost Confession. The Lost Confession, right. Hey, also, if y'all want to advertise on the MeTooMusic shows, like, you know what? I've had this camera on all day. Nobody has seen me this morning. Good morning, y'all. I just want to go
his own camera.
I want to go back to Robert L. There's your camera. Oh, I want to go back to Pastor Hawkins and Rob with their new outfits on. I want everybody to see that.
God has been good to us.
Yes, prosperity, prosperity.
Come on now, yes, Lord. Come on, you know what, you love it. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Lady Monica, you know this.
Yes, Lord.
He said you know this.
Yes, have your way. Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lady Monica, good morning to you.
You know what you love it.
Oh, man, she said OJ. Oh, goodness. But, yeah, so that's OJ. Also, if you all want to advertise with us on the shows, we got the Mike Lampkin Morning Show that plays on Fridays.
What's that?
He said, what's that? We got that show. We have...
Who's Marcus?
Right.
Who is Michael?
We have, right. Who is him?
Larkus Lampkin.
Marcus.
We have all of these shows, so y'all advertise with us. Just reach out to us at MeTooMusic@yahoo.com. That's METOO music@yahoo.com, and we'll send you the little packages and let you know what you can do to get your commercials aired right here on Wake Up St. Louis. MeTooMusic Morning Show, Mike Lampkin Morning Show, and we also have, normally we don't tell y'all what's coming out, but we do have a new show coming to you real soon, so I'm not going to even tell you. I normally don't do that, but that'll be 3 shows a week you'll be advertised on, but I just did it. Anyway, so let me talk about this too. I got something to talk about. I have something to talk about. I need somebody to, one of you fellas, can y'all tag in this feed on Facebook, tag Michael Bradford for me, please. If anybody's a friend with Michael, anybody friend with Michael Bradford on there?
I don't have that.
Not Pastor Michael Bradford, the nephew, Terry Bradford's son. Scooter, you don't have Mike? I can do it.
Yeah, but I don't got my phone.
I got it. Here it is. Here it is, Michael Bradford.
You conveniently don't have your phone.
Right.
Let's talk about where Scooter's phone at while we do this.
It's in there on the charger because I did not charge it last night, but it got me here.
So here we go. This is what I want to say. And this is crazy, man. I woke up at 5 o'clock. My eyes just popped open this morning at 5 o'clock thinking about this. So when I got up this morning, first thing came to mind. So my nephew, Zion Woody, me and Rob's nephew, Zion Woody, plays for Belleville West, the Maroons, the basketball team. So they were in Peoria, Illinois all weekend for the state championship. So I wake up this morning 5. It's actually about 5:12, I think, on the nose when I pick up my phone. Go straight to Belleville News Democrat. I want to see what the outcome of the game is. Rob and I were going to get on the road yesterday after our writing session. Scooter was here, but we didn't leave here till what time? Almost 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock,
yeah. And the game started at 7:30 in Peoria, 3 hours away, so we never made it. And so this morning I got up, and I was thinking about it last night, went to bed, got up this morning. First thing I thought about, I want to know how they do. And I saw that they won. I was so excited, man, just really excited. But I'm going to tell you the thought that came to me. I'm sitting there, I'm reading through, and I noticed that I had text messages, about 3 or 4 text messages from somewhere after midnight, going on 1 o'clock in the morning. Never heard them. So I read the text messages, and something that I thought about, just about how life intercepts and how things happen, and people don't know how something that happens in one area affects another area. And I was thinking about the fact that, Zion this morning, like today, they're going to have the parade, 2 o'clock, West Main, starting at Signal Hill, just for y'all, out there in Radio Land who's listening. 2 o'clock right around Signal Hill is going to come and make that right on Frank Scott, which is quote-unquote 59th Street. And, the parade is going to go there, and they're going to have a little reception there at Belleville West. So I'm going to be there. I'm going to definitely be there. But this is what I thought about. So Zion and them won the state championship yesterday. Because Zion is there, he's not going to be in church this morning, right? Zion is not going to be in church. So my son, who's 8 years old, is going to fill in for Zion on this morning.
On drums.
On drums, because Zion is our church drummer. So my son is going to fill in. This is going to be his first time having to hold down an entire service. He's played, a couple of songs in church. He's going to hold down an entire service. And this is the thought that I had. Today I can easily become frustrated and flustered and mad over something, and just because he's still not Zion, I'm the mature when he's not when it comes to playing, I could turn around and say something to injure him forever. That can affect him forever on this morning. I have the potential to do that this morning to my 8-year-old son. And when I thought about that, I thought about Michael Bradford. Only because last Sunday something happened that I was flustered and bothered by, embarrassed by, to be quite honest, at Westside. And, you know, me and Pastor Mike Lampkin were there. Amber, Phase 2 was there. We've been joking about it all week. But because of my maturity level, I think I should not have harped on it so long as I did on the internet. And because of that, I sincerely believe, based off of, you know, something that Mike shared with me, that I offended and hurt Michael Bradford. And I never, ever in life want to injure or hurt anybody. Ever, ever, ever. Just like this morning, I'm going to consciously not crush my son when he makes a mistake or does anything. I don't want to crush him openly, but I did it to Mike Bradford and didn't do it to him, but that's how he took it. I definitely didn't intentionally do it to him. Just like this morning, I'm going to do something and say something, and I'm not going to intentionally crush my son, but it's going to have an impact and affect him. He'll remember it forever. So I definitely want to apologize to Mike Bradford. I blame Mike Lampkin and Amber Elliott. They the ones that really did it, but I'm gonna take the L and I'm gonna find out. I do, I really do. You know, it's an uncomfortable situation. It's embarrassing, but little brother, man, since I did it on the air Friday, but now I'm aware of it. I already apologized to him in private, but I want to openly apologize to him in front of everybody and let him know, man, never ever meant to discourage you, never meant to embarrass you openly, never meant to, that was never my intent. But I realized something that I thought about something driving in. A fire breaks out in a building or something. People get to running and trying to save their lives. They're so busy thinking about themselves that other people get stumped on. Yeah. And some other people die. And you hear that oftentimes. Some people don't die from smoke. They don't die from the fire. They die from being trampled over. And I thought about that. I thought about the fact that I was so concerned with myself that I literally trampled over another human being.
Worrying about yourself.
Worrying about myself.
Man, this is huge.
Preach,
so,
young man.
Mike
Preach,
Bradford.
Young man.
I want to say I'm sorry to you, brother.
That's healing.
That's good. That's big of you, too.
Takes a man to do that.
Takes a real man to do that. Maturity, sir.
Yeah.
As good. We all sit here and think and ponder.
Go and ponder. Go and ponder.
I mean, but that's serious. Like, think about how many times we often do that and not even really think about it. Yeah. So that's big of you to be able to reflect on that and go back and apologize.
And for doing it twice.
Yeah.
In private and then publicly.
Yeah. You know, it's easier to do privately. It's not as easy to do.
This is funny.
Not as easy
while
to do.
we on that
What you reading?
No, Jennifer Kelly said 2 is going to end up in HR like Ricky Smiley. Remember what happened? You know what happened with Ricky Smiley?
What happened?
No, they were on the radio show the other day.
I'm laughing already.
Ricky Smiley went to use the restroom, so he was in the restroom, and some guy was in the stall using the restroom, and his shoes were jacked up. So they went online and just dogged the dude for his shoes and all that.
Did he take pictures of some of the shoes?
Yeah, and they went on live on Facebook and everything. So it was funny. And HR called the show, man, while they were on the air.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And told all of them to get off the air right now and come to the office.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
It was hilarious, man. And Ricky was still joning on the dude's shoes, man. Why
it wasn't one of the people in HR, was it?
He talking about somebody said he had on the Church God Christ 11s. His shoes are Gators.
Fortunately and unfortunately, HR is sitting all right here at this table.
Right. Right.
So we don't get in trouble.
Jennifer.
HR, right. Only unless I get a text from my wife or my mama, who often texts me on Sunday mornings for saying something stupid. I usually do. I might say something stupid every now and then. And Erna will say something. And, you know, all of that. So anyway, she'll usually check me, but yeah, nah, HR. Yeah, Rob is here. Rob didn't pull my coattail, so That's crazy.
Charles Barrage.
Can I say one thing?
Yes, sir. Go on, Pastor.
Real quickly. You know, wonderful statement you made, and it's really sincere. But I need to call you to the rug too, because you did say radio.
No, that's our word.
That's your word.
That's our word. Radio is to the internet radio audience. That's our word for internet.
I'm over here like, hold on, y'all just gonna let them get away. No. Y'all knock me for versus Irma.
Hey, Irma.
Okay.
Irma, come sing you some.
I stand corrected.
We got Irma in the building.
I thought I had something. I thought I had a case. If the glove don't fit,
you must.
Shout out to my brother, M. Christopher Benjamin. We see you, Mark, over there. Now, y'all know Mark. You know, two people in life I would never want to be in the same room with at the exact same time. Mark Benjamin, my brother, and Pastor David Hawkins. The big words I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to take it. I wouldn't be able to take it.
They're both auspicious.
Radio is a real word, Hernandez. It's the internet word that we made up for radio. So everything else we make up flies, and now we have people across the country saying radio. And we made it up. Honestly, I'm going to just be very, very honest. We didn't make it up. Honestly, Chris Butch Woody, if you go back and watch based on the true story behind the scenes, we were at KSTL doing an interview. Me, Butch, and Elder Greg, Happy Guitar Haynes. And Elder Haynes stumbled over the word, and Butch started using the word radio and dropped it. I'm shocked he never challenged me after all this time and me saying I made it up. Probably because he totally forgot that he said it. So that's the actual
and you
real
don't
truth.
forget nothing. So.
Nah, I don't forget that. So anyway.
Wasn't I there that day?
No, you weren't there that day.
That wasn't the day when...
No, not that day. No, it was before that.
I was there that day.
Yeah, all of us were there that day. Now, you really going to have HR calling us. Leave it alone.
No, I'm not bringing that up.
Leave it alone.
No,
Butch going to be calling
that's
both of us. He's HR over that one. He'll be calling both of us. Anyway, man, this has been a great show today. It's currently 8:38 a.m. We're a little bit over time, but we normally get out about 8:48 anyway. So, but I got to get around the corner to rehearse with my son, since Uncle Rob's son, Ryan won't be there today because he's off being a heathen, playing that pagan sport of basketball this morning. So both of those Woody boys will not be in church on the drums this morning. So they're just throwing my little 8-year-old son in the deep with nothing, what you call them, vest?
The life
vest.
That's how it goes down.
Come on now.
That's how you learn.
Light skin is me, Craig Edwards. Good morning. Kyle, cheers. Good morning to you. Charles Barrage.
Read what he said.
He said, after I recover from surgery, I'll be a guest.
Not that one.
Oh, wait a minute. Where's the other? Will you read it? I don't see it.
He said, David Hawkins is the truth. Just get sick of looking at all them waves in his head. And I'm bald. He's low. Yeah, all right. He's low-key hating.
Oh, man.
Love you, brother, anyhow.
Pastor Hawkins,
yes,
you got
sir.
any last words?
You know, one thing I'll say is, first of all, I think that God is doing something in this region. And for all of those who are on the front lines of ministry, whether it be the musical Levites or the ecclesiastical Levites, stay true to what God has called you. Don't get weary in well-doing. So I think, too, you're on to something. I think this region is on to something. So thank you all for having me, and I had a great time this morning. So let's do this.
Oh, yeah. That's Pastor Hawkins, y'all. My buddy, Pastor David Hawkins.
Love you, man.
What was your tennis record in high school?
I went to state.
Did you really?
I was the second.
So you telling me Darius Josephus Hicks just lied on Facebook?
I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to give y'all some deliverance today for him. He needs to be baptized.
He lied on Facebook and never righted his wrong. I say every Sunday morning. I didn't do it this morning out of all days, which is really actually very relevant today when I say this is the day that the Lord has made. I am definitely rejoicing and glad in it. I will be glad in this day. And I always say I thank God for a new day. Today is March 18th, Sunday, March 18th, 2018. I will never in life ever see this day ever again. Will never witness it again, have never seen it before. So this is the part that really rings true today. I am able to ask for forgiveness to somebody that I wronged on yesterday. I get to do that today on a brand new day. I get to forgive somebody who wronged me on yesterday, but there's nobody who wronged me yesterday. I was the culprit this weekend. So I get to live that and live it openly. So, man, that is great. You know what? I got one more thing, though, before we go. I got one more thing. This is for everybody who's joined us on today. I want to bless y'all today in a sense.
You get a car. You get a car.
But what I am going to do, check this out. In our last few minutes, we got, I say about 5 minutes.
Give us cars, Alvin. Go ahead.
Yeah, Alvin can do it now.
Yeah, meet us all at Johnny Landau.
Johnny Landau. Right. Yeah, Alvin is actually the one who can give us all cars. But God can. This is what I want to say.
Only God can do it.
This is what I want to do. I got a little game here, and nobody at this table can answer. This is only for Radio Land. This is for Radio Land, and we have a song scramble game here.
My Lord.
It's 5 songs. You have to call the number. Get this number now. Get ready. 618-215-6308 within this next 4 to 5 minutes. We're gonna stay here till I'm gonna shut down at 8:48. 618-215-6308. That's the MeTooMusic number. Call that number and give us the order of the songs. Whoever gets the order of the songs correct, we today will get you the MeTooMusic package. That's every MeTooMusic album. We're going to send you the digital downloads. Every MeTooMusic album ever. So we'll send them to you today. Check it out. Here we go. Y'all ready? You listening? And I'm going to play it twice. I'll play it twice for you. Here we go. Nobody at the table say anything. Don't give it away. Here we go. I'm going to play it one more time. This is the MeTooMusic Classic. That's what I forgot to say. These are the classic song scrambles. These are all songs from yesteryear, straight out of the St. Louis area. One more time. Here we go. Do you need it one more time? One more time, because nobody's calling. 618-215-6308. If you got my personal number, just call my personal number. 618-215-6308. I'm going to play it one more time. Thank you, Miss Felicia Cross, for posting the number. Kevin Wiggins says, let's try this again. He has a question.
There's going to be a lot of people messed up on that first one.
Are they? Kevin Wiggins, what's your question? Kevin Wiggins, what's your question?
Come on, Kevin.
Should have just asked the question, Kev.
Come on, Kev. Now, man, you take too long.
Anyway, nobody has called. Wow. That's what's wrong with St. Louis.
They driving the church.
That's what it is?
That's what it is.
Oh, that don't stop them no other time.
Right.
Now, I had you said we're going to give away, we're going to pay your electric bill and your gas bill, your phone to blown up.
Right. Well, Alvin, come on, give away a car.
Right, come on.
Meet me at Johnny Landau.
Johnny Landau Chevrolet.
They just going to take your information, they'll give you a car.
Just don't lay hands on the car because they might call the police.
Right. Right. All right. Kevin Wiggins still hasn't asked this question. Anybody else out there? Anybody got testimony? How you doing, church? You trying to stall? Anybody want to tell her the goodness of the Lord?
Yeah,
all right.
That churches be careful about that now.
All right. After the lady on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Jennifer Kelly said, what happened? What was the question?
She said, what was the question? No, what was the question? No, it's not the question.
She missed it 3 times.
It's the song scramble. We played a song scramble.
You got to say it slow. Jennifer.
You have to give it. Uh-oh.
We got a call.
No,
we got a call.
No?
I should have known. Can you hear us?
Jesse Breaker.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
He calling from the county, huh?
Jesse P.
Jesse, are you there?
He's putting the batteries in his keyboard.
No, he just left Walgreens.
Do you need to hear it one more time, Jesse, or are you good?
I need, well, I'm not going to.
Wow.
Wait a minute, Cricket. What'd you say?
He needs a
Cricket
boost.
phone.
Hey, you gotta let your window up, turn your heat on, and one wiper blade.
Sound like you in Sykeston or
Your
something.
phone breaking up, Jesse.
Where you at? Sykeston or something? Paducah? Where you calling from?
Right. Okay, so what you said? You need to hear it one more time?
He had Terry Hunt in the end. I played my first service.
Because I only know 1, 3, and 5.
1, 3, and 5. I'm gonna play it one more time. Here we go. Jesse, I almost said it. I almost said it. Jesse, what? I almost said it. What is it? You know it? My own daughter is on here talking about, can you play it one more time?
I only know 1, 3, and 5. Sorry.
You want to get that away for everybody else who doesn't know?
Huh?
Do you want to give those 3 away for those who don't know? You want to help them out?
Yeah, I can help them out with 1, 3, and 5.
Go on, give it to us. What are they?
Austin Lane, Steve Williams, and Greg Haynes.
That's 1, 3, and 5. So that's Dr. Austin Lane, I Won't Turn Back. Technically, Steve Williams produced it. I think he wrote everything, right? It's going to be all right. It was recorded by Midwestern District Choir, and 5 is Greg Haynes. It sure was. Yes, it was.
Shame on you for not knowing number 2. Go ahead.
Amos said he can only get 1, 3, and 5. Wow.
I got the DVD with Rob playing drums on that song.
That is Rob. And on the drums. On the drums. That's what Uncle Steve said on that song.
Keyboard wizard. I was a young lad then.
Yeah, and 5 is On Time God by Happy Guitar, Greg Haynes. All right. Well, thank you, Jesse.
He called all the way from home to throw Rose, Lambert.
All right. Just remember, I got jealous.
But I got the mic.
Boy, you know Jesse will go live a whole show just about you.
Right. Jesse will go live the whole week.
All right. All right, Jesse, man. Love you, boy.
All right, man.
All right.
You too, man.
Do a tutorial on how to place a keyboard, batteries in the keyboard.
If your keyboard is dying on Sunday morning, flip it over.
Get you some D batteries.
And if your little case cover came off, just take a little duct tape.
Right.
Just slap it on there. It keeps the batteries in there really
the
nice.
pouch to put my batteries in my suit coat.
Got a battery pouch.
Never lose playing time on Sunday morning.
Gospel artist Amos Isaac said he only got 1, 3, and 5 also. I'm going to play this one more time. One more time I'm going to play it. Here we go. Pastor Michael Lampkin got he got one of them that nobody else got.
You got number 2.
Is it number 2? Let me check it again. I didn't hear it. Nope.
Number 4.
He got 4. Yeah, so I know which one it is. He got number 4. Number 4 is Cedric Shannon Reeves, Back on My Feet Again. Number 2 is We're Marching to Zion.
Yes, sir.
That's what I thought it was.
Oh, now my daughter's calling. Uh-oh, did I hang up on her? Jayla.
That's sure what I thought it was.
Jayla. I think I hung up on her. Jayla, you don't get to win. You own all this stuff already. Plus, don't you watch Price is Right when they say no families or the workers or staff can enter the contest? I think I made a mistake and hung up. I didn't hang up on purpose. But yeah, that was let me play it one more time so you can hear it. Dr. Austin Lane. We're Marching to Zion.
I'm on my way to heaven.
Yep. Everything's gonna be all right, Midwestern District. Cedric Shannon Reeves, Back on My Feet Again. Greg, Happy Guitar Haynes. On Time God. Anyway, Pastor Hawkins gave us our closing well, give us one more.
I'll give you one more. First of all, we want to just take this time to give God the praise.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, I really am excited about what's happening, and I just want to say this, and I want to be how can I put it, a megaphone for what God is doing, and I just want to encourage all the workers in the kingdom this morning. Hey, get in, give it your best. Trust that what you are sowing, everything that you prayed about, write it down. Watch God move in this season. I really sense that. I really feel that. I don't doubt it. I don't play with God. Watch God do something amazing with those who've been tilling. I got this statement. We have been plowing while others been plotting. So keep plowing, y'all. Keep plowing.
Wow, he tried to out-deep me today.
Shop.
He heard my little apology. He wanted to just go above and beyond.
Listen, man,
iron
sharpens iron.
But I like how he killing his Altoids and his coffee at the same day.
Altoid sponsored by.
No. I'm one of your co-hosts. Leave out two kings.
Dr. Albert Quinn, think while you ponder.
Rob, like I said, Woody. With our sit-in, Scooter's not a guest. Scooter.
What was we going to say it?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to play, do we need to go out upbeat or can I go out with something smooth?
No.
This is resurrection season. So with that, we're going to go out with Nothing But the Blood by Lloyd Nicks.
Oh, yes.
Right here. Wake Up St. Louis.
My brother.
Hey. MeTooMusic Sunday morning show. Jesse, you lied. Tell me I was just about to say that. No, you weren't. Ramar Bishop, number one, we see you.
Number one.
Lady Marla Smith.
In a lot of places, I done a lot of wrong. If you wanna know dirt now, I could go on and on. But you're looking at a miracle, and even though I'm not that strong, I serve a God and is faithful. You're faithful, yes, yes. So I cried, and the Lord delivered me from all my trouble. He shot his blood for me way back on Calvary, and I have found this to be true. Yeah, what can wash away my sins? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. What can make me whole again? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. Nothing but the blood of Jesus. Nothing but the blood of Jesus. I see so many times that I couldn't make it through because of your grace and love that you have brought me to. I didn't lose my mind, but you stepped in right on time and pleading my every groan, every moan, and every time. This morning cried with me, saying, oh,
Yeah, Donnie, we missed you. We didn't say nothing about Don. It took Erna to bring it up. Thanks, Erna. Yeah, Don, we missed you. Devin is playing a game. All these heathens playing basketball on Sundays. Anyway, little Devin is playing this morning.
wash away my sin. Nothing but the blood of Jesus. And what can make me whole again? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. I said nothing but the blood. I said nothing but the blood. Of Jesus. I said nothing but
It's Wake Up St. Louis, MeTooMusic Morning Show.
Yeah.